Hey Tina, what's up?
All right, I need your help.
Okay, what's going on?
Normally, I can help the boys, but I've been getting high requests on not just setting up the first date, but finding out what goes through a girl's brain throughout the date and how to keep them coming back for more. Is this something you could, help us out with?
I think I can help you with that, but you're gonna have to come pick me up because I can't play over the phone.
You promise if I drive the whole way over to pick you up, you're gonna give us all the details. Hold nothing back.
I'm giving you the juicy deets that nobody's ever heard before.
All right, I'm getting the keys. I'll be on my way. I'll see you shortly.
Okay, don't speed.
Step 1, the scouting process. Do you know what the scouting process is?
Finding your roster for your team.
How big is your roster? Like, what sport do you normally play? Are we like football rosters, like 52?
Whoa, that's wild. I feel like you just need like a
baseball roster, about 9?
Okay, but on a baseball roster is actually like 60 on a baseball
An active
roster.
baseball roster.
Okay, yeah, baseball roster.
Okay, so active.
Because you're trying to find your #1 draft pick, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So for the most important question, and you can't have a relationship without this, where do women look for men? Is it bars? Is it dating apps? Is it social media?
Okay, it's all the above. So at bars, like when you go to the square, like people be looking, scouting, like going to chimneys, like who's with the baseball team, who's with the football team, who's in a frat. You go to frat parties, you find people there. Find people, okay, all my friends are on dating apps, so I really, personally, not me, but my friends are on dating apps. Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, all of the.
Wow, all of them.
I don't trust dating apps.
So why don't you trust dating apps?
Because it's sketch. I'm not finna get a catfish.
Oh.
I do not want to get a catfish.
Do you think dating apps are more for like hookup culture versus dating?
Yes and no. It kind of depends who, like what you got it for in the first place.
Okay.
Because some people do get it for attention and some people get it for like actually like looking.
Okay. So you're just always looking for a guy.
Yes.
So they need to always be, good outfit, good looks going,
Yes.
prepared for the final love of their life.
Even if you have a bummy fit on, still like, look presentable.
Still look good?
Like when
Okay.
you're on a grocery store, you could find like your +1 at the grocery store.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow, that's crazy.
Shopping for groceries, looking for a man.
What are certain things you look for when you're out in public looking for guys that makes them stand out from all the options of you scouting them all?
Does that depend on my type though?
It does. So for your type, or what you hear from like something in common with all the girls.
Hair, girls like hair. Like fluffy, like good thick hair.
Good thing I just buzzed my head.
Most of the time. I don't know, a good outfit, but like I'm gonna be honest, like if it's out and about, like just in town or something, like on a casual day, like good little sweat.
Oh, she's a big gray sweats girl.
You know what I'm saying? Just like good little fit.
Okay.
I feel like girls look at cars a lot. I don't know.
Cars?
I just feel like, I think they kind of look at that. If you have a nice car, she's gonna be like, that's wild. Like he has a nice truck, he has a nice,
Gold diggers.
That's so not true. And a good smile. That's like a really big one. Like if someone has a good smile, like they're automatically attractive, I think.
Okay.
Like that could like plus up at least 3.
Okay.
Or eyes. Pretty eyes. Pretty smile just really does it.
Now for anyone that watched the first video with you, they might know the answer to this. So if they want to see the full answer, they have to go watch it. We'll pop it up. But do you think the guy should be the one making the first move, or do girls take initiative sometimes?
Okay. I think the guy should make the first move, but I know I've heard from multiple different people that guys find it so attractive when a girl makes the first move. So I feel like if you're a girl and you're like kind of ballsy, like, you know what I'm saying, then do it because they're gonna be like heart stop, you know what I'm saying? But I think that when the guy makes the first move, it's just better because you're either gonna get the reaction you want or she's gonna be like, wait, whoa.
Do you feel like it's a higher percentage if a girl goes up to a guy than a guy going up to a girl of like success rate? I feel like that's gonna be, there's not many guys, and let me know if I'm wrong, that there's not as many guys out there that will reject a girl.
Yeah, I think you're right, because even I have a friend, and I think she asked for like his Snapchat, and then after he was like, bro, she's weird, but I just gave her my Snapchat because I didn't want to make her feel bad.
Yeah.
So I think that you're gonna be more successful at like a girl asking a guy.
So why don't we flip the standards and the girls make the first move?
Okay, well, to be honest, if I'll go up to someone, I don't care. I'll be like, you got a girlfriend? And they're gonna say no, and I'll be like, you want one?
Yeah, there it is, there it is. Okay, how often does that work? How many times have you used it?
I don't use it a lot.
Even though you've never had a boyfriend,
I don't just be going up to people like, hey, shawty, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
It's only in a special occasion.
Special occasion, got it. When you start texting a guy, what are red and green flags you look for? Because I know sometimes like you start talking and then it fades off right away. Or you start talking and it goes really well. What are like the red flags and the green flags that girls look for when it comes to texting?
I think green flag energy, like you can feel an energy, and if you have things in common, like the conversation keeps going, it's like a red flag if someone's like, yeah, okay, that's cool. Like, if you're gonna say something like that's cool, at least add a question after. Be like, that's cool. Oh, well, how long have you been doing this? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, follow-up question. I think a lot of green flags, like response time. Like, I get you're busy and like that's okay, but I think it's cool to be like, hey, like I have to go to work, or hey, I'm gonna go work out. I'll text you after. Like, still shows like you want to talk to her. You just have other things to do, because people understand that like you're not just gonna be on your phone all day every day. So I think it's just like putting in the time, like showing her that you want to text her, but not having to text her all the time. So response time and good grammar, honestly, is a green flag, because if you don't know how to type and you have a lot of typos, that's just turn off for me.
So is it, for the guys out there that maybe the girl isn't responding as much, is that a clear indicator that they don't want to have conversation, or could they also just be a bad texter? Like, how do they go about figuring out if they don't want them or if they're just a bad texter?
Yeah, that's tough, because there are some people that are bad texters, and I have friends that are like that, but there's like, I just don't know what to say, or like, oh, I forgot to respond. But I am a big person is like, if you wanted to, you would.
Yeah.
So like, if you want to respond, like you would find a way to respond.
Yeah, exactly.
But some people really do forget. Like, they'll read it and then they'll forget to like actually respond. I do that a lot. So like, I have personal experience in that.
Especially when you have all the guys, right? You have to
that's
respond
so
to.
crazy. That's so wild you say that. That's just not even a thing. So I think that you just hang out and you see the vibe then, and then like maybe offer to like call every once in a while and then see what she says, like calling or like FaceTiming or something like that, other than texting, because if she talks on the phone, maybe she's just better on the phone than she is like texting.
Okay. Step number 2 is the talking phase. Now, loyalty, this is where you kind of have to set the boundaries, I think. So the first question is, how loyal are you in the talking phase? If you're talking to a guy for, say, a couple weeks, you've gone on a few dates, have you eliminated your other options, or do you keep them there for a little bit?
Okay, me personally, it has to be a few weeks though. Like, if it's just a week and we hung out one time, I have no like attachment to you, know what I'm saying? Because I hung out with you one time, like, because we talked about in the talking phase, like you can be talking in multiple different, like hanging out with, like finding out who's your vibe, you know what I'm saying? But in like the talking stage, if it's like a few weeks, like, and I'm like actually digging you, I'm cutting people off slowly, and then once you ask me to be your girlfriend, they're gone. You know what I'm saying?
So when you say cutting them off slowly, are you starting with your lower picks and keeping the good ones just in case?
Yeah.
Oh no. So how often, like how common is that with the girls? Do a lot of girls do that?
Yes. A lot. I feel like a lot of people do, actually.
Wow. So
because you have like your top, like, you know, 3 or 5. That's
crazy.
That are like, those are my round 1 picks, you know what I'm saying?
Round 1 picks.
But you just want your first draft pick. Like, you just want your number 1 draft pick, right?
Okay.
So the 2 through 6 aren't gonna matter later.
Okay.
But they do keep the good ones until they're cuffed.
That's crazy.
You can't be too loyal in the talking stage, because that's usually when they start ghosting you. When you start like having really good, like really
like
hard
deep
emotions. Yeah, like when you really start to like them is when they start cutting you off.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't cut all your options off if you're not even cuffed yet.
Okay. Is it appropriate, or do girls like when guys bring flowers on the first date, or is that too simp-like?
Okay.
Yeah, see, this is a tough question.
It is, because some girls really do like flowers and appreciate things like that, but other girls think it's kind of like cringe in a way, I think. Only because it's like, oh, like flowers, because some people like get them and don't really like want you to have them. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna get her flowers.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe not. Maybe nothing on the first date, honestly.
Okay.
Like, some people appreciate it, but I feel like if you open my door and like do like non-materialistic things, then I would probably rather that over like you getting me like flowers that are just gonna sit somewhere.
Okay.
Like,
so,
why spend money on that when we can spend money on like doing something together?
Are flowers appropriate for a second date?
I think so. I feel like it's more appropriate second date, because it's like, you know her, you finally got the second date, be like, oh, hey, like surprise.
Okay.
Instead of like the first date getting flowers and maybe it doesn't work out.
Yeah. Okay. What are girls' intentions on the first date?
Okay, you want my intentions though? Like,
I want your friends' intentions, because I know you're too innocent for this.
I feel like my friends aren't like, they're not that bad on a first date. I think most of them do kiss on the first date though.
Whoa. That is crazy.
I'm trying to think. They still go home with them on the first date.
Like sleepover action?
Yeah, but I don't think anything's wrong with that. If the vibe's there, I think that's fine.
What?
You can find the love of your life just by cuddling with them.
She's trying to hide these from you guys. So intentions are like kissing, some sleepover action, because I know if the girl likes cuddles, you can easily win her over by having a sleepover in the first time.
You can, but if she's comfortable, like, it's not like, hey, yo, you want to spend the night, you know, like, that's not it.
Can you do that again?
No.
So they go in with the it's not set in stone if they're gonna have their kiss on the first date or the sleepover, but depending on the vibe, if the vibe's good,
yes,
they're definitely open to it.
Yes, I think yes, only because if it's chill and it's a good night, and like let's just say y'all are hanging out at their house like after, and she'd be like, oh, like do you want to stay? And like that's completely up to her. It's just like, oh yeah, like sure. And then like nothing too much, but just like a light, you know, like hand on her or like arm over her.
Okay.
Like her just laying on you. I just feel like that's like, you get butterflies sometimes with that. You can get butterflies with a hug. You know what I'm saying?
So for the guys that are maybe, same thing with the kiss, like afraid of rejection, leaning in, getting the vibe, what is something that they can either do or signs to look for when it comes to leaning in for the first kiss, or more specifically asking her to spend the night, because I know that can be interpreted the wrong way.
True.
So how do they go about it? Is it something more casual, like just be, hey, how are you comfortable, or would you rather them to be more direct, or kind of like, do you want to that kind of vibe?
Okay, personally my friends like people that are direct. Like they want someone to be like, so you want to stay over or what? Like,
oh wow!
Like they want
right to the point.
My friends like people that are direct. Like I can think of
because they like toxic guys.
I can think of one particular friend right now, and she would be like, I want someone that's gonna like be direct. I want them to be confident because we like confident men. But it's also like, it's cute when it's like in an innocent way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like confident, but when you know that their intentions are true, and it's like, cause my friends, just from their experiences too that I hear, when guys ask like, is it okay if I kiss you? It's like 50-50, like girls don't really like that.
I don't think you should ask for that. I think it's kind of picking up.
But some girls like that because they think it's
more
like cute and respectful.
Yeah, okay.
But my other half of my friends are like, why didn't you just
make out with me aggressively?
Okay, whoa,
wait,
why
what?
don't you just like make a move like yourself instead of asking? Because that just shows confidence.
Okay.
So then that's like more attractive if you're confident.
Okay.
Only because if you're like sitting on a couch, or like y'all are watching a movie, or y'all are like, you know what I'm saying, in the car, even in the car, just a little light like hand on the leg, or if you like grab her hand, like holding hands in the car is so cute.
Oh wow.
But on the couch, just like a light, like, you know,
like,
over this. No, not that. That's so dumb. That is so dumb. No, just like, or I think it's cute if it's like, come here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Because that's like still confident, but not like aggressive. It'd be like, come here.
Yeah, versus like kind of the awkward, like,
no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay. Step 3 is the dating phase. Now, Miss Innocent, when it comes to dating and girls still post, you know, their selfies on their stories when they're getting ready to go out, do you guys, or you girls, still look for compliments from other men? And do you enjoy getting compliments from other men? I want the honest answer.
I do think that girls enjoy getting compliments from other people only because it makes us feel good. But like okay, you're dating. This is when you're dating. Like you have a man.
Yes,
like
yeah,
you're cuffed up. Like you have a boyfriend.
Yep.
Okay, see, I think girls still enjoy getting compliments, but I think it just doesn't mean as much.
Okay.
Like if it's not him. Personally, I feel like that's how I would be. Like if I was in a relationship, it would be like, yeah, like getting compliments from someone else is like nice, and I'd be like, oh, thank you. Like I'm just gonna say thank you. But like, number one, they should know that I have a man's, because people be hiding their relationships these days. Like you'll go up and talk to someone, and they'll be like, oh yeah, like, you know, they'll be talking to you, and then later you go and look at their Instagram and they got a whole girlfriend. And
so you be stalking their Instagrams when you meet them?
Yeah, because I want to know if you have a girlfriend or not, because I don't want to be with someone that has a girlfriend.
Wow.
So basically, I would just say that it just means more if it's from your shoddy bae, you know?
When it comes to dates, like as you build out your relationship, do you think it should be more fun, or do you want a competitive side in there?
No, I want a competitive side. Like if we're going bowling or like putt-putt or something like physical activity, if you're the one that's like, you know, like, oh, like this is fun, like I'm gonna let you win.
You don't want the soft guy?
No, I don't want a soft guy, because that's how you're gonna be in the relationship. That means I'm gonna walk all over you. That means that like if you don't have money, or you're just gonna be like a lazy bum, like on the couch. I want someone that's like competitive, driven, determined, like they wanna beat me, but it's still gonna be like like I let you win. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so this brings up a good question I have. When it comes to relationships, I feel like it's shifting to soft guys and girls wearing the pants. Do you think that's why a lot of relationships are failing now? Because if the guy's not taking initiative, I'm not saying you have to be an alpha male, just taking charge. I feel like that's the male's responsibility. Do you still believe that?
Yes. I still believe in like old school, like stuff like that. Like the man should provide for the family, should like all that type of stuff. But I do think that like women still have like equal like opportunity. So like obviously a man shouldn't talk down to her like, oh, you're dumb, or like, still, it's just like even in a difference in money, like if the woman makes more money than him, like I don't think that that's a big deal. Like if he's still working and providing for the family, he's still doing what he can. She just may have like a better job just of education maybe, or like the opportunity that she had. So I still think that like he should still be the protector of the house, like the man of the house, and she should still be like prized possession. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my wife,
like
that's
royalty,
my kid.
Pretty much. Treat her like a princess.
The queen.
The queen. Well, that's like wifey material. You gotta start with the princess, then she gets promoted to the queen.
Okay, no, that's valid.
Because like
that's
you have to
valid.
earn that. Like
You do.
you really got it. Because the kings, I mean, we're just the kings. We get the status because we have to protect you. Okay.
That's wild. We
So-
don't even need a pedestal to be above you.
No. If someone breaks into the house and you're laying down in bed with your man, and he sits up and goes, "Oh no, you can take care of that." Are you gonna stay with that guy?
No.
Okay.
You should
so
want to
we're
protect
risking
me.
our life to protect you.
Yeah, you should want to protect me.
You guys hear that? Stop being soft, get out of bed, and protect your girl.
That means go to the gym and get fit.
Do you want your man to have girlfriends? Ooh, it's going to get spicy because guys, from the last one, she said she's got a lot of guy friends. A lot. Answer this wisely.
Okay, no, but yes. I just feel like you can have girlfriends and you can have friends that are girls if you haven't given me a reason to think otherwise about them. But like, I have a friend and he has like girlfriends or family friends, but when you're like talking to them more and like putting more attention into them than you are to me, that just shows me something. So I just think it gets tricky because why, like all the things you're telling her, why can't you tell me? Like if we're in a relationship, you know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is if you have a girl, why do you need other girls in your life?
Yes, but I still understand that you have friends. Like,
Well, you have friends versus like Snapchatting daily. Like, I don't think you need to Snapchat girlfriends daily, do you?
I think you can. I really do think you can. But
What
I
do
also
you need
just,
to talk about on the daily with another girl that's not your girl?
well, not even that, but like you still have friends that are different genders. I think. I believe. But like, you could still just talk like y'all are friends. Like, I had like a guy best friend. I didn't have any feelings towards him at all, but like I still Snapchatted him like all day.
Okay.
But like, I made it known to the other person that like I don't like him literally at all. But I do think that some people say that they don't have any intentions with him, and then
They
it's
do.
like, yeah.
Because that best friend is waiting for the opportunity that you get heartbroken and then they're sliding in.
I know, Matt. There's a Matt Rife scene about that, and it's so funny. Anyways,
This said
just
guy
depends.
best friend of yours, does he have any feelings for you, or has he ever?
no, he does.
Okay,
or
so-
he did. He did.
So is that something that plays a role when looking at opposite gender friends in a relationship?
Yes, because if you think about it, in like, it sucks to say, but in most like best friend relationships, one person has feelings. I'm not saying
Oh, yeah.
like one does and one doesn't, or they both like internally do, or I mean, I think there are some. There's like rare ones that are like neither of them have any type of anything, but like I have a lot of guy friends, and I think it's because I grew up around men. Like my dad was a coach, so like those are who I spent most of my time with. So I know how to handle men more than I know how to handle women. But I do understand that like for some people that is a red flag. Because I do talk to like a lot of guys. It's just like who I relate to the most. And I feel like I've never given anyone like a reason to like not trust me around them when like I'll send pictures of you and stuff like to them. Like I'm not trying to like hide it.
So
It's
you're
just-
the girl that like when you have a man, you kind of want people to know, like you want to show him off as like yours.
I mean, yeah, I've never had a boyfriend, but one day
One day.
I will. It'll be like soft launch and then like hard launch.
Oh wow, the soft launch is
Soft
crazy.
launch and then like hard launch.
All the
'Cause
guy friends.
I
red
want
flags.
people to be like, wait, what?
Yeah. Okay.
Like, wait, what?
Okay. That one was a
Because
surprise.
I've never had a boyfriend before, so then they're gonna be like, that's crazy.
Wow. See, everyone requested you because they thought you were like the perfect girl, except they don't know about your red flags with all these guys.